again. We're sitting here with Shamus from Occupy Houston, and first question for you, Shamus, is when did you become a member of the Occupy movement?
The first day, October 6th, the first day of March down here to City Hall.
I heard y'all had, what was the numbers like that day? I've heard some extraordinary numbers.
I understand it was around $700-800 people that participated in that first day.
That's awesome. What would you describe the situation in the United States currently as?
Freaking chaotic. Nobody knows what's going on. There's no transparency. People are confused about laws being made and followed, and our corporate involvement in our government. People are just confused and chaotic. Nobody really knows what's going on.
Yeah, for sure. How would you describe the Occupy movement? And from your point of view, what is it all about?
Absolutely necessary. Absolutely, this is something that needed to be done. I've been thinking. I've been out of the Army for almost 4 years now, and ever since I got out, it's where's this government going? Where's this country going? Somebody needs to stand up and say, wait, things are really messed up, man. Things are fucked up.
No, this is any way you want. No sense.
Things are fucked up, and it needs to be fixed. And me myself, I was like, I'm one person. I can't do anything. But I was actually sitting in a homeless shelter for veterans, and one of the guys working there was telling me about the Occupy Wall Street, and gave me a poster, a flyer for Occupy Houston. So man, you should go down there. So I came down, and I swear, man, the first day, dude, it was just a massive enlightenment. It's like I'm not alone. I'm not sitting here thinking about all this shit by myself. There's other people out there who are just as pissed off as I am, who see exactly what I'm seeing. They see the corporate corruption. They see the local government corruption. They see how people treat each other. And it's fucked up, and it's time to change it. So let's stand up and say something about it. And right now, that first day, man, I'm telling you, it gave me a hard on, dude. Just sitting there thinking about all these people have the same mindset as me. Things are messed up and they gotta be fixed.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. That's probably one of the best answers I've got for that question yet. Are you a member of the economic 99%?
I always have.
Would you like to tell us a little bit about what that's like for just your life?
My life? I was born in Texas, grew up in Florida. I've always lived in poverty. My dad has a couple jobs sometimes to keep our family going. Grew up in a trailer park. Joined the Army. And
did you serve
yeah, I was there twice.
2 tours in Iraq.
Yeah. And I made some money. I started my own little business while I was in the Army. I made really good money. I guess at the time maybe I wasn't part of the economic 99%. But that money all went away. I got out of the Army. Wound up on the streets, on and off on the streets, and survived in that world.
I don't want to quote it because I don't have the number exactly right in my head, but I've heard it's an alarming number of not just veterans like from Vietnam, but veterans of the Afghan and Iraq wars. There's quite a high significant number of them that are homeless right now.
As a matter of fact, I think the number nationwide is around 50% of all homeless people are veterans of some sort. And I was actually surprised that the first time I became homeless after the Army, meeting Vietnam veterans who were friends with Iraq veterans, Desert Storm veterans, Afghanistan veterans. They're introducing, oh, this is Joe Schmo. He was in the Army, he did 2 tours in Iraq. And I'm like, whoa, there's more of us out here. And veterans are being taken care of the way that we were promised.
The way a lot is asking you guys to not even do the deal that was given, let alone, what is it, most of these politicians, they get out of office and for the rest of their lives they get like $250,000 or more a year or something.
Yeah, ridiculous.
And soldiers that are a guy right now in Afghanistan, I've heard the average pay for anybody serving that's in Afghanistan or Iraq is something like $38,000 a year.
I miss them.
Yeah,
I really do.
How long will you be a member of the Occupy movement?
How long will I be? Forever.
Awesome.
Until the day I die. Occupy will never die. I told somebody today, I don't remember who it was. Occupy will never go away. It'll just change its name maybe sometime down the road. But Occupy will never die.
It'll still be these united people.
It will, man. There's going to be a network of people all over this country, all over the world, man. And people are going to be like, I was occupied.
Can you share with us one of your favorite Occupy stories or experiences?
Our arrest was pretty cool. We had
tell us all about it. I'd love to hear about it.
We had a shelter. We actually threw a tarp over a table and some bins. And
we were talking about bins like that are about like 3 feet tall.
Storage bins, like those things over there. And we were using the tarp to protect our shit from the rain. And we were like, okay, well, there's space under there. Let's protect ourselves from the rain, you know? Human nature. You don't want to be caught in the elements.
No, because we're allowed to protect the computers and protect stuff.
Oh, yeah, but not ourselves, you know? Because I guess we're waterproof. But, me and a couple of my friends were under there, staying out of the rain. The cops came and told us, you gotta get out. And I said, no, I don't. I don't have to get out. My tarp, it's my shit. I'm gonna stay here. I'm like, well, we're gonna arrest you. Like, you're gonna arrest me for being under a tarp. Okay, so we called up somebody, a former councilwoman for the city hall here, and I called her and I asked her to look some things up for me, like the definition of a tent, the definition of a shelter, the legality of me being able to be under a tent, the legality of me being able to be under a tarp to protect myself. And the whole time, she's explaining to me that what we have being considered as a tent or a shelter was not legally defined as so, and we had the legal right to be underneath the tarp. So I said, fuck
This
it.
is coming from a
Former
city council?
Yes. So I said, fuck it, I'm getting back under my tarp because I don't want to get wet anymore. Got back underneath. Amanda came underneath, and a whole bunch of people said, you know what, we're not letting you go. So a whole bunch of people got under there. Some of them wound up getting out before the cops actually came. But there were somewhere up to 40 police officers just to come and arrest 5 or 6 people for being underneath the tarp.
I didn't mean to.
Oh, that's all right.
Watching Anna, but steal my son.
But yeah, man, the guys spent 14 hours in jail. Amanda, because she went to a different jail, she spent around 20 hours in jail. She actually had to post bond. We got out on a PR bond, but she actually had to post bond.
Yeah, I just. Here, I'll just that. I know that looks really good. You gotta ask Mom first. So, and how many of y'all got arrested that night? Was it 10?
Well, no, there were 6. They were underneath the tarp, and 2 got arrested afterwards for ridiculous shit.
Jaywalking, is that what it was?
Jaywalking for 1, and 1 was for a public intoxication, and he wasn't even drunk.
Was that Capitol?
No, that was Remington.
And on the jaywalking one, from what I understood, they used the crosswalk signs. They just got out of the white line of the crosswalk.
Because the police were parked in the walkway.
Blocking the way.
Yes.
Wow. And one of those was a lawyer too, right? One of the.
Well, Bert was released. I don't know if you've been ticketed.
They just detained him.
Yeah, they detained him, drove him around back, and then let him out of the car. Yeah, it was ridiculous, man.
I don't know. I don't know for sure yet, but I want to find out. Y'all might have had the first Texas Occupy arrest. I'm not sure. Either y'all or Austin, I think.
I don't think so. I think there was some Austin arrests. Fort Worth, I know. Fort Worth got arrested before we did because they have a small area on the sidewalk that they're allowed to protest on, and you can't lay down there, sleep there. Can't even have a sleeping bag or a blanket over you, even if it's cold. But some people said fuck it, and they went into the park to protest, and the cops came and arrested them for practicing the First Amendment right.
Yeah.
That's what they were arrested for.
Freedom of assembly and speech. Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous, man. You know, you can't even open your mouth nowadays without being threatened with a crime.
I can tell you the larger Texas Occupy movement appreciates the ones like you who have been arrested for this. And it's really great to see people, it's not just talking, people are doing stuff. Do you have any messages you'd like to give to the people that may not have heard of Occupy or may be misinformed about the Occupy movement?
Get your ass down to General Assembly. Get your ass down to wherever it is that they're occupying. Don't take the media. Don't take people's hearsay. Don't take people's conversations about what's going on in Occupy. Get your ass down there and talk to the people who are boots on the ground.
Yeah.
That's all you could do because corporate media is not going to give you what you want. They're going to give you what sells. Newspapers, same thing. Radio, same thing. Even this free speech radio, they don't always care, right? What you want to do is you need to get down there, participate in a General Assembly, observe, talk to the people that are there, and figure out what the views are. And then figure out if you agree or disagree. But don't go off what you hear off the TV. Don't do it.
Yeah, think for yourself. Thank you, my brother. And is there any message you'd like to share with your Occupy brothers and sisters in the movement and the state of Texas specifically, but across the world?
Don't fucking give up. Don't do it, man. We are here. We're here to stay. Whether you leave or whether you go, there's still going to be an occupation. But I can tell you right now, if you leave occupation, you're going to regret it for the rest of your life. Occupy until you die. That's all I got to say, man.
Hey, thank you very much, Shamus. Do you want to share anything about, maybe tell us people about the garden and the sustainability that y'all are kicking ass on in Houston?
Kicking ass. That's the perfect
No,
way
I
to
saw
say
the
it.
first thing I saw when I walked in was that garden, and I knew it wasn't something from the city. You could
Oh
tell.
yeah, well see, it's actually a non-profit that started that, but they don't have the resources, and because we're in a drought, they can't use the water. They can't use it very often enough to keep the plants alive.
Yeah, the way it is, all fabulous.
Yeah. So the plants were almost all dead. Almost all of them were dead or just disgustingly dying. It was pathetic. It really was. We have a gray water system going, so what we do is we go over there, we pick all the weeds out, we trim the plants down with all the dead stuff that was strangling the plants. We used our gray water to water these plants as much as we could.
What's gray water for people who don't know?
Gray water is recycled water. It's water that's already been used but doesn't have contaminants in it that'll hurt the environment, the plants, whatever it is you're trying to put it into. You use gray water to flush your toilet or whatever.
Yeah.
But we used it to water our plants because we were using environmentally friendly soaps, hand washing stations.
So it was okay to put that in the...
Oh yeah, as a matter of fact, our soaps were made out of plants. So it was just practical to put it back into the plants, you know? But yeah, and then we had a really good rain and they just sprouted out, and then a couple more good rains, and now actually today we have to pick them because if not, they'll wind up dying because there's so many plants.
That's awesome. And y'all got a solar oven?
We got a solar oven, it's keeping the bread warm. We got some panels we need to hook up.
We got a compost
heap somewhere around here. I don't know where we're going. Sustainability all the way, man. It's how the entire planet is going to be able to survive. Is because we're going to have to enforce our sustainability efforts.
No, and we don't need corporations to help us live, like oil, gas, all these things.
No, not at all. And think about it. Corporations only account for a small amount of products and services consumed. It's the small businesses, the ones that aren't shitting on the environment, shitting on their customers, where we get most of our services and our goods. So, you know what? Fuck the corporations. Go to mom and pop and get your goddamn milk.
Yeah.
You know, and just think about how it's affecting your family and how it's affecting the environment and your community on everything that you buy, everything that you consume. That's all you can really do until one day when we have a master plan to reverse all this shit that we did to our environment. You just gotta keep from harming the environment now. That's all you can do right now.
Do the next right thing in front of you all the time.
Oh, right on, man. You know, think before you act. Always think about how that's gonna affect, everybody.
Thank you very much, Shamus. That was a really good interview.